Hey guys, Louie here with my Sunday video. And the question that's on everyone's mind is what will happen to silver and gold as a result of the election? So I've gone back a couple of elections to see what the price action was on silver. I couldn't do gold, but we're going to look at silver because it is the more volatile metal. And I just want to go back through the last four elections and see what the price action was. Now, what I used to do this was this price chart here, and what I picked, the week before and the week after the election and 1 month after the election was the high of the period. Okay, so that's how I did it, and all these prices are here on this price chart. If you want to see what the overall trends of elections are. Now, there's the long-term, the midterm trend, the short-term trend, the long-term trend. I mean, these are all important. But if you're looking for the best price, you probably want to know what happens right now, even if the long-term trend is different than that, because if there is a dip, then you might be able to buy it cheaper. And if that's all just more than you want to consider, then you just look at the long-term chart here. We'll start with this, starting off with, let's see, we're going to start off with the let's see, we had Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden. So we'll start off with Bush, which is the first, what is that, pink bar. And under Bush, we were flat for a few years and then had rapid escalation towards the end of the term. Under Obama, we started out flat and then had an explosion and then a complete retracement. And then back under Trump, we started flat, we dipped, and towards the end, we came back up quite a bit. And then finally, under Biden, we dipped quite a bit, and then we came back up to par by the, right about now. But this is not a current chart. This stops at 25. Actually, we've gone to 35, which is not reflected here. So I guess you could say towards the very end of the Biden term, we had the most explosive price movement, maybe commensurate with the deficit. Okay, and I'm not going to go there because that is just too deep. So if we want to go back into what happens immediately before and immediately after, then a month later, that's the chart I just put together. And here we go, starting with Obama, then we switch to Trump, then we switch back to Biden. Okay, so Democrat, Republican, Democrat. All right, starting with the Obama election. The week before the election, or a few days before, $10.80 was the high. The week after the election, $10.56 was the high. So we dropped. 1 month later, the high was 1160, so we had, about a 10% price move within a month of the Obama election. Going into the second term, where the Democrats controlled, the week before we were at 3568, pretty major move there. The week after we were at 3294, and 1 month later a little higher at 3379. But the overall results of the second Obama term were lower after the election. Okay, here we have a switch from Democrat to Republican. The week before, we were back down at $19. The week after, a substantial drop after the Trump election down to $16.89. Then 1 month later, a little higher at $17.21, but well lower than when we started during the Obama term. Now Biden takes over in the 2020 election. The week before, it's 25.84. The week after, it's 26. And 1 month later, it is lower at 24.86. So those are the trends. I guess the most relevant trend here is that, if you think Trump is going to get in, that could mean some weakness, maybe substantial weakness. If you think Harris is going to get in, then you might look for higher prices. Now, I think they both have plans that will increase the deficit, but that's what I've got for you. I'm still trying to figure this out myself. I know some people are hedging. During and after the election. I think we'll have volatility for sure, and I think it could even be, $2 or more either way. What I am thinking, what the trickiest thing that could happen would be a spike after the election and then a drop immediately after that where the shorts clean up. But yeah, the odds of a breakout right after the election appear to be kind of weak to me at the moment. And silver is sitting at a nice price at 32.50. Had hit a high of 34.50, upwards of 35. So we are at a substantially high price. We're not starting out at a very low price. I mean, Obama started out at a very high price, and naturally it would decline from there, whereas Trump started out at a fairly low price, and then it went lower from there. So there are more things going on than I'm showing you here, and I'll probably go back to the overall trends here to sum this up now that you've had some information which may be confusing. But, in the end, we have to let's go back to Bush here. Bush increase over time. Obama below off top and retracement. Trump flat until the end of the term and then a big move, and then Biden a drop and then a very big move back to 35 towards the end. All right, that's what I'll leave you with. You can study this and come up with your own conclusions, and you may have other drivers, which may be the deficit, interest rates, the stock market, the wars, etc., and the price of gold. Of course, let's see if I can get gold here. Yeah, here is gold to compare the two. Very similar, very similar. All right, so gold tends to precede silver in its price runs. I don't know if that's happening here for sure or not, but I think you can put gold as a proxy for silver as well. It looks very, very similar in the ultimate outcomes. All right, what do you think? Place your bets. Who do you think is going to win? And what do you think will happen to silver prices immediately following the election and a month later, and then maybe 2-3 years later? What are your thoughts? Thanks, everybody. Bye.